Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jordan Young, aka Sneakonomics, and in today's episode, I'm going to be giving you an in-depth, thorough, groundbreaking, mind-blowing review of one of the most divisive sneakers of 2022, the Nike SB Dunk Low eBays. I'm going to be describing to you in detail what they feel like on feet. I'm going to show you what they look like on feet. And most importantly, I'm going to share with you just what it takes to fog these up. That's right, I'm going to be putting these sneakers through a series of cardiovascular dynamic movement tests to see just how long it takes to fog up these clear windows. If you are excited about the prospect of seeing foot sweat and you enjoy the occasionally good bit of sneaker content, whether it is sneaker news, sneaker reviews, commentary or comedy, feel free to hit that subscribe button. And if you don't want to do that, that is absolutely fine. You can piss off. No, I'm only joking, but not joking actually. This has to be one of the most divisive sneakers I own. People seem to really not like these. And when you look at them, you can kind of understand why. They are just out the gate crazy. We're going to talk about the story briefly in a moment, but let me just quickly take you through the packaging. It's actually very fitting. It's the Quick Strike SB Rainbow box, which is full of the exact same primary colors that don the upper of the eBays. And when you open the box and you take a look at these for the first time in hand, you can't help but be impressed by how cool an idea this was. In terms of the materials, you have a patent leather on the primary colors. You have a pretty nice white leather on the toe box and along the side. You've also got the mesh material on the stuffed SB tongue. And then on the insole, you actually have a picture of Sandy Bodecker. Now, Sandy Bodecker is a very important character in the history of Nike SB. In fact, in some circles, the SB in Nike SB doesn't actually stand for skateboarding, it stands for Sandy Bodecker. Now this sneaker is actually called the Nike SB Dunk Low eBay Sandy Bodecker, and it has been created in his memory. The storytelling behind the sneaker is immense. It goes back to 2003, where a pair of these was auctioned off on eBay to raise money for charity. When the pair was won on auction on eBay, the other existing sample sneaker was chopped up into 4 pieces. Now it turned out that the winner of that auction was none other than Sandy Bodecker himself. And so to honor the memory of Sandy Bodecker, Nike decided to reimagine the Nike SB Dunk that was chopped up into 4 bits by bringing it back to life and back together for our consumptive pleasure in 2022, 2023, and here we are. Now, most people will come together and agree on the fact that it is a great story full of sentimentality and emotion, and that is to a large extent what governs a lot of our sneaker collecting. It's not just the sneaker, it's all of the history and all of the storytelling behind it. But that doesn't unfortunately get away from the fact that these are kind of grim from an aesthetic point of view when you look at them and when you wear them and when you see them on feet. And because of this clear plastic that you can see through, it doesn't make for a good look. See, people don't really want to see your feet inside of a shoe, whether you're wearing cool socks or not. And one of the unfortunate side effects of having a clear plastic featuring on the shoe is that when your feet get hot, the condensation starts to precipitate around the shoe where you cannot hide the fact that your feet are cooking. It's like the foot equivalent of getting some sweat marks underneath your armpits or chest or butt crack. And so with that in mind, there is only one thing to do. I am going to take these now and I'm going to put them on foot for you, and then I'm going to talk you through what you need to do and how long it takes to fog these bad boys up. So let's take a look at what they look like on foot. So in order to get these crepes steaming, there is only one thing to do. I needed to put them on and basically just start jumping around and doing some dynamic footwork drills. What you can see here in the footwork is a combination of dynamic agility work mixed with tango and salsa. Bueno, sí. Camina. Rico, rico, rico. After doing salsa agility for a little while, I could feel the temperature in the shoes starting to rise, and so I knew I was on the right track. But I knew I had to kick it up a notch, and so I decided to go into a little bit of shuffling. Now, upon inspecting the sneakers and looking for condensation, I was disappointed that neither the salsa tango nor the shuffling was able to bring about the desired mist in the clear windows. And so it was at this point that I figured I had to ratchet it up even more. At this point, I'm now doing an entire variety of different dance moves combined with Muay Thai and boxing, as well as some robot maneuvers as well. After about 4 minutes of dynamic movement, I could definitely start to feel the heat inside the shoes, and it was at this point that I discovered we had some condensation. And so there we have it. You can expect to see condensation results on the inside of your eBay SBs if you first and foremost tie them very, very tight. Lock the foot in so that no heat is wasted. There are perforations on the toe box, but you want to try to create enough heat in there so as to combat a lot of the steam that is going to come out the toe. If you are going to be wearing these for most of the day, you probably don't need to worry, but if you want to get results quicker, I would recommend a combination of dynamic tango, salsa steps, as well as some Muay Thai. Now, in terms of practical information, these are actually really, really comfortable. I put these on for the first time today. They were actually a little bit roomy. I wore the Huff SBs for reference today for the first time, and I found them to be quite stiff and very true to size. And putting these on, they fit a lot bigger than the Huff SBs. So if anything, the eBays do run a little bit big. But listen, I think this is one of those shoes that if you're a collector of SBs, if you're a fan of sneaker history and you're a fan of especially early SB history, this is a no-brainer sneaker to have in the collection. There we go. These are not going for crazy money on the resale. Funnily enough, the demand for these isn't that crazy. So if you wanted to come up on these, you can pay, I think like 50, 60 over retail and get yourself a pair. But as I said, it's a great pair for the collection. I know they're not to everybody's taste aesthetically. I know the foot fog is probably going to put a lot of you off, but for me personally, I'm stoked with them. I'm very happy to have them in the collection. I'm looking forward to wearing them, foggy mist and all. And listen, I hope you enjoyed the review on the eBay Dunks. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And to all of you that have been messing with my content short and long, I just want to say thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the like before you leave, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care for now, and peace.